Hello, sunshines, and welcome back to my channel. Yesterday, I really didn't want to be on camera, so I skipped day 2, which is why I bring it to you today on December 3rd. Not one story, but 2 stories from the Advent Disney calendar. And it looks like this. I love it so much. It's humongous. So let's open. Oh, wait, I tied it. My bad. Plans are still happening. The plans are still happening. Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. Do we have it? Where are you? Okay, I see number 2. Okay. We have number 2 out. And then number 3. It is right by this. There we go. On number 3. Cool. Now we close this until tomorrow. So this is number 3, so I'm going to keep it right here. This is number 2, so I'm going to pull this one up right now. The Disney Advent Calendar for Amazon is actually linked down below. Thought I'd make it easy for you guys because I found this while I was shopping at DD's Discounts. They have a lot of locations a little bit everywhere. That's right. Sometimes I get close, sometimes I don't. But they have nice stuff like this. That was, I think, $13 compared to Amazon for $26. So it was a steal. The story for today, I'm excited. It's a princess, out of all things, and it's going to be a Disney princess, of course, and it is Ariel's Christmas Under the Sea. Let's see if I can get the lighting to do what it wants. And wait. Let's see. There you go. And because the last time we knew to read the synopsis first. So let's find out what the summary of the book on the back says. Ariel loves learning about life on land. And when she finds out about Christmas, she's excited to recreate the same festivities in her own kingdom. What will her mer family think? That is a fantastic question. That's changing traditions. We'll see what they think. This is the first page. And I'm going to show you the first 2 pictures. There we go. Okay. So, ever since she had her first gone to water's surface, Ariel could do little but dream of life on land. Night after night, despite her father King Triton's command, Ariel swam to the surface to gaze at the beautiful palace shining in the clear moonlight. She always followed by her friend Flounder, and trailed by Sebastian the Crab, who had been instructed by Triton to look after his daughter. Let's look at the next photos. One winter evening, she turned to Flounder. What are all those beautiful lights lighting the hill? They go like stars, but they're so close to Earth. Flounder's large eyes grew even bigger as he gazed towards the land. They seem to be coming from the castle, he said. Every evening at sunset, Ariel and Flounder returned to watch the lights go on. Each night, the castle grew brighter. Then not only the castle, but the castle grounds too, twinkled in the night like the Milky Way. One night, Scruttle the seagull landed on their rock. I see you're watching the foul tide, he said. Ariel was delighted to see Scuttle. He was an expert on human life, or at least he said he was. Full tide is when the foolish humans greet each other with glad tidings. It's always known as the holidays because they deck the halls with holly, he explained. Love how real he keeps it. This is the next two photos so you can see them. Okay. But what are those twinkly lights? Said Ariel. People like candles to welcome the season. Too bad you can't take a peek inside the castle windows. Scrotal went on to describe the enormous decorated tree that stood great in the great hall of the castle. The long tables piled high with roast and puddings. He told how, as tokens of their love, humans bestowed gifts on one another, scattering bright wrapping paper everywhere and shouting, "Merry Christmas!" We got another two photos. Yay. After Ariel listened entranced, this is why we pause sometimes with our words. It is what it is. How she would love to be included in the festivities. She dreamed of taking part in the decorating, singing, dancing, eating, and exchanging gifts. But none of these could happen unless she became human. I have questions. Followed by Flounder, Ariel swam back sadly to her father's kingdom. I don't want to see the castle's lights anymore, she told Flounder. I can never share the humans' holidays. Flounder hated to see Ariel unhappy. He rattled his brain and finally examined. We could make our own celebration. So it was Flounder's idea. Okay. Here's the next two pages. There you go. So you can see the artwork. Beautiful. Ariel brightened. Why not? We could decorate our great hall, and I'll look for gifts for my sisters for Daddy, too. When he finds out about the holidays, maybe he'll realize that humans aren't such barbarians. The days that followed were exciting. Ariel, Flounder, and Sebastian searched far and wide for the most beautiful seashells, starfish, and water plants they could find. After decking the Great Hall, Ariel and her friends shaped a large tree from deep green strands of seaweed and hung its limbs with colored grass circles made from bottles. And now for the candles. Ariel searched her grotto where she kept souvenirs gleaned from shipwrecks. The candlesticks were there, but not all candles had floated to the surface. Oh, I misread that. And because I did, I'm going to say, my apologies, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you unconditionally. Because I made a oopsie. So let me reread that last sentence so this makes a little bit more sense. The candlesticks were there, but all the candles had floated to the surface. So they had the metal things. So let me show you the picture again. They had these things right here, but all the little candle wicks, they weren't there. They went to the surface. And you can always ask your teacher or your parent in regards to why did that happen. It's a fun little scientist thing. It has to do with weight, you know. This is the next couple of photos. There we go. Okay. Please, can you find us some candles? They're the very best part, Ariel pleaded with Scuttle. No problem. I can borrow a few. Ariel along the shore found some magnificent moonstones, pebbles, washed from the hills by a river and polished to brilliance by the waves of the sea. Aha! She gathered up the stones. They would make perfect gifts for her family, gifts that would help them understand how she felt. We're on this next one. There we go. Meanwhile, each day Flounder swam up and down the shore, looking for a gift for Ariel, one that would remind her of the land she loved. One day, she saw a young man on the beach looking sad and lonely. As the man turned, a crystal button fell from his shirt, which sparkled in the sand. When the tides came in, Flounder retrieved that button. He wrapped it in some seaweed and tied it with a narrow ribbon. The holiday eve came at last. Ariel's heart strummed with excitement as she wrapped the gifts for her family in the petals of the... Oh, we're going to sound out a word because this is where we're at in life. And enemy? Ooh. Enemy, I think that's what it says. I could be wrong. You can correct me. I probably am going to look this word up later. It's Anemone. Amony. Amanon? No, I think it's Amony. I don't know. Now I want to know what that actually is. We're taking a pause break. We need to know what this is. I don't like not knowing what this word is. So let's figure out how I can share my screen. Let's go here. And let's go share screen. And then I'm going to go to here. Okay. Hello. How are you? I really do hope you're doing well. Okay, so we are looking up a word. I don't know what it is, but it says that she wrapped it, whatever it would be wrapped like petals, or it had petals. So we need to look up what this is. Oh, that is pretty. Okay. This is beautiful. Now, how do you say the word? We're going to look this up too, because I was having some difficulties. So let's do this. Go back to all. And we're going to go to pronunciation. Allow. It is anemone. That's anemone? Wow. I learned something new. I am doing well. I was drinking water. I don't know exactly where I put it, but it's going well. Right now, I'm doing a series where I am reading the books that I got from this advent calendar that was from Disney. I've never had an advent calendar, so this is my first time having one and doing it. So I was like, why not film it too, and everyone can enjoy this. I drink water like majority of the day. That's not really all I drink. Honestly, I'll drink tea too. Sometimes I have a lot of tea. I need to really start drinking it. But yeah, we need to look up what anemone was, because I have I've said it. But I did not know what it meant. Did not know how to spell it, and this is why we research. Yeah, tea is really good. So we're going to go back to here. If I can do this appropriately. Learning new stuff every day. Yes, yes. Okay, so we're going to go back on with the story right now, just to give you a recap if you're just joining right now, and I believe you are. We are reading Ariel's Christmas Under the Sea. They got that idea by watching the human people on land, and they're trying to recreate it underwater. We're going to still see how the family reacts to this. I don't know how this is going to go, because Triton, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. You've seen the movies, you've seen the movies. Okay. So she wrapped in the we're going to read from the beginning of that. Ariel's heart strummed with excitement as she wrapped the gifts for her family in the petals of the anemone. After she and Flounder had fixed Scuttle's candles onto the tree, Ariel blew through a large shell horn to summon her father and her sisters. "I have a surprise for you," she sang. Ariel's family stared at the festive hall and the colorful tree. "What under the sea is this?" her sisters exclaimed. "You mean what on earth?" bubbled Ariel. "This is Christmas," she said proudly, "the way humans celebrate." "It is splendid," they agreed. So did King Triton. But just wait. Here is the best part. Okay, my logical brain just kicked in, and I know I'm supposed to be reading this for children, but my logical brain just kicked in, so bear with me for a second. Okay, I'm going to read this. I got this. Back. She struck a flint to the candles. Nothing happened, because of course candles cannot burn underwater. She struck and struck and struck again. Her eyes filled with tears. And oh, I don't think I showed you the last photo. My bad. Let me show you this. This is the last photo of what the Christmas looked like. And then the next of what I'm about to read looks like this. "It's all ruined," she wailed. "We've worked so hard, and now my Christmas is a fizzle." "Not so, my dear," said Triton. Though you can't make candles burn as they do on land, you put your heart into this surprise. That's what makes it so special." He took his trident and aimed it at the tree. The candles glowed with a magical light. "There. Is that better?" From then on, the evening was filled with magical spirit. Triton ordered a great feast accompanied by musicians. Next one. When Ariel presented her gifts with "Happy Holidays," her family was overwhelmed. Her sisters held out their gleaming moonstones. "Where did you find these lovely gems?" Ariel exclaimed how they were fashioned by the earth and sea, working together as one. She looked up at her father, who merely smiled and nodded. He understood the message of the moonstones. Toward the end of the celebration, Flounder drew Ariel to one side. "I have something for you. Merry Christmas." He told her how he had found the gift. And here we go for this. And Flounder, how very precious. Ariel took the crystal, laced the ribbon through the button, and hung it around her neck. The crystal rested near her heart. When she held the button up to look at it, the crystal sparkled like the starlight, just like the lights that twinkled from the palace on the hill. As Ariel gazed at it, she felt her heart glow with hope. And suddenly she knew the meaning of the candles in the night. And that's the end. Yay. Let's look. Oh, thank you for joining in. I greatly appreciate you even adding me to your evening at all. So thank you. Like I said, today is the Advent calendars. I always try new YouTube ideas. I'm still working on reactions. I had to find an appeal or a copyright like block altogether because they said my video was, they said, what did it say? It was suspicious and I was doing like mal content or something like that. And I'm like, I read a children's story. I don't know how that is deceitful. It's very confusing. And luckily I won that appeal because I was very, very, very scared. Actually, I just confused two things. My bad. I got it on the last live I did because I was live reacting to BTS. Yeah, I did. Minnie got banned. But they like, it's your first strike. It's no big deal. It's perfectly fine. And I'm like, but I didn't do it. So I did the whole, no, this is fair use and stuff like that. And they quickly fixed it right away within like about 6 hours of them doing it. But I'm like, I don't know how you got that. And I was like, do you not like the fact that I have my business cards literally as my display on my computer? If that's the case, then just tell me that. Okay. Ooh, I like this next one. This next one is another Disney princess one. And it is, I'm excited for this one. It's Mulan and the Lucky Cricket. I'm so excited. I love Mulan. I actually love all Disney princesses, but I really like Mulan and Mushu. Okay, the summary of this, or synopsis, or overview. It's called many things, but it's a gathering of all the information that you really need to understand the guidance of the story. After 3 bouts of bad luck in Mulan's household, she realizes Kriki has gone missing. Along with Mushu, she follows his trail in the snow to discover where the little cricket has disappeared to. Probably, I have no idea, but I'm all good and I'm glad I know how to say, no, I did not do anything wrong. Because I thought it was very silly as well. Mm-hmm. The thing is that it happens, but it's all good. Illustration. And this one's really beautiful. Look at this. Yee. Let's see if I can get this without all the extra lighting. There you go. This is a very nice one. But let's see if I can read it. Okay. It was a beautiful night. Snow lay tucked like a quilt around the house, but inside it was warm and cozy. Mulan's father, Fao Shi, sat reading at the table while her mother, Fa Li, sewed in the candlelight. Mulan chatted quietly with Grandma Fa as they washed the dishes. Okay, it's a lighter color this time. Okay, take a look at these beautiful illustrations. The fact that this came from someone's mind, I think, is still astounding. With a crash, Grandma Fa dropped the bowl she was washing. The noise made Mulan's father jerk his scroll into a candle's flame, with her mother pricking her finger in fright. Such bad luck! Grandma Fa exclaimed. What bad luck? Said Fao Shu, stomping out the corner of his scroll. Ouch, bad luck, said Fa Li, at the same time holding her hand. The next one is this. Okay. 3 incidents of bad luck, said Grandmaffa. That's something not right. Mulan looked up. Oh no, she cried. Our lucky cricket isn't in his cage. Where could he have gone? Grandmaffa said, looking around the room. Things are about to get real, y'all. Things are about to get real. I love that. Here's the thing. People can do what they want to do, but I also like the fact that I'm like, I have receipts to show I'm not doing anything that they said I'm doing. So I just find it also funny that they really think that that really does anything. Trying to counsel somebody when you don't know them, don't know their story, and you don't watch the content just to report. I get you're hurting and I get you're upset, but I didn't do anything to you. I don't know you. I would like to get to know you, but I don't know you. So I got it. Like I said, people can be very, very silly. And I call this being silly because if I don't call it that, then I might get not very happy about it. So I just call it being silly because silly means that they really don't know what they're doing and they really just don't get it, or they really do believe I'm doing something wrong. Everyone has their own opinion and I can respect that, but I also can respect that I know who I am, I know what I do, and I have receipts to show I'm not doing what they say I'm doing, which I'm very happy that I have receipts to show that so that I don't have any issues when it comes to that type of claim. I will say I will be mindful in regards to what I'm live streaming, but BTS content is generally not a blocked thing. So I also thought it was very weird to even have to do an appeal. So I was like, y'all didn't like BTS because stopped at midstream. And I'm like, if y'all don't like BTS, then just say that. Okay? You don't need to report me. Like, I am not them. They are not me. I'm just enjoying their music and trying to catch up. That's just me. Gotta support people, you know? Okay. Back to this book. I digress too much. Okay, this is in dark writing. We're going to try again and we're going to pray and we're going to get through these words. Yes. Okay. Mulan pushed open the window. In the snow was a trail of tiny footprints. I have to go find him, said Mulan. Creaky would never survive in this cold. Drawing her warmest cloak around her, Mulan ran to the ancestors' temple. This girl is always running. And now that song, running. Black Eyed Peas got just stuck in my head, just like that. It happens. Next page, so you can see it. Because I was about to start reading without showing you this awesome illustration. Quick, Mushu, Mulan called. We have to go find Creaky. He may be lost in the snow. Lady, are you crazy? Mushu asked, curled on his pedestal. It's cold out there. But we're his friends, Mulan protested. Friends, said Mushu. What has that cricket ever done for me? I can think of many things, Mulan replied. Muttering under his breath, Mushu reluctantly followed Mulan out into the snow. I gotta love Mushu. He has personality for days. The friends carefully tracked the tiny trail. Just then, Mushu sneezed. Mushu! Mulan gasped. You've melted the snow. We lost Creaky's trail. Well, excuse me, said Mushu. I can't help being a fire-breathing dragon. It was just bad luck. It's okay, Mushu, said Mulan. I wonder why Cricket would be out in the snow. That little cricket hates the cold as much as I do, said Mushu, softening. Mulan nodded. If he's out there in this weather, it must be to help someone, Mushu shouted. Next graphics. Love this detail. It's really pretty. As they continued their search for the trail, dark clouds blew over the moon, making it harder to see. Mushu shivered. Ah, what bad luck, Mulan said. Now we have no choice of finding Cricky's tracks. I think he is having a moment right now. Mushu tipped back his head, careful not to melt the snow. He breathed a little fire so Mulan could find the trail again. Look, we're in luck, Mulan cried. I see Cricky's tracks. These are the graphics. But after a little while, the trail seemed to suddenly disappear. How strange, said Mulan. Look, Mushu called. Remember how our jumpy little friend likes to jump? Mulan glanced up and spotted a little tiny trail leading into a cave. Quickly, Mulan and Mushu began scraping away at the top of the snowbank. They called out for their friend Cracky. Inside the cave came the faintest little chirp, a weak voice calling, "Help!" This is the next one. Peering through the hole, they made Mulan and Mushu saw Cricky and Lily, one of the little village girls, alone and shivering. Oh no. They scrambled inside and hurried to their friends. What are you doing here? Mulan asked. I was gathering firewood outside, then I stepped into the cave, and a big pile of snow fell and blocked the entrance, Lily replied. I kept calling for help, but nobody heard me. Let's warm up for a minute. Then we'll head home, Mulan said as Mushu started a fire. How did you know Lily was here, Cricky? Mulan asked. Cricky shook his hind legs, wiggling his bottom. Mulan nodded in understanding. Don't listen to him, Mushu said, holding up his friend. I know the real reason we're all safe and sound. There can be only one explanation. Last graphic. Cricky is absolutely one lucky cricket. That's the end of that one. So this was day 2. And this was day 3. I will be back for day 4, of course, tomorrow. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and put these away. I'm also going to say, hey, we learned a new word today, anemone. It is a flower-like, here, it is a flower-like, let me actually give you the definition because we're going full school mode right now. And we're opening this one more time just so we can share this. So just so you guys can see too, it's not just going to be me. Okay. So it says anemone is a genus of flowering plants in the buttercup family. Oh my. And here we go with the long words again. Are we going to try to sound this word out? No, because I don't need to know that. I'm okay living life without knowing what this word means. I am perfectly fine with that. But we will continue the definition. Plants of the genus are commonly called wildflowers. That would make sense why Ariel was wrapping the presents in anemone. We learned new things today. We saw beautiful books with beautiful illustrations. Thank you so much. I just want you to know, if no one told you today, I'll be the first to tell you. I am so proud of you. You have done an amazing job today just by you being here, being awake, being alive. And I absolutely love that you joined me today, whether you're on live right now with me and you're just an awesome sauce, or you're watching this at a later time. I thank you for joining me. You are more than enough. Like I said, I am proud of you. I love you unconditionally just as you are. We are brave, we are kind, we are strong. We are smart, we are helpful. We are honest. We are happy. We are more than enough. We are worthy. We are beautiful, gorgeous, or handsome, whichever one you prefer to go by. I hope you have a transformative, but in a safe way, in a joy-filled and laughter way, rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.